Who did it, Mark?
What's that?
It sounds like more than 2 pints, didn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Bill.
Oh,
You
it
say,
does,
oh, I've
doesn't
got a
he?
bit of
He's
cup on my
flying.
face. Look at him, the old ginger ninja. I love him.
I've been working all day, to be fair. I've been working all day.
Have you?
Shattered.
The old chains?
Shattered, mate, yeah.
What, driving a chain? You're shattered. Really? Get a real job,
Yeah.
mate. Get a real job. Go on, baby. Up you get, boy. Go on, lay down. Lay down then. Oh, bless him. Oh. What's your face doing, bruv? What is he doing? What was that face doing? What was that doing there?
And now I'm looking at him, yeah.
Well, you can sign next.
He is on one. He is on one
No,
today.
I'm not. Leave me alone, bully. I meant to make a couple of minutes. I'm going to stick the kettle on in a minute, though. All my lot are at Winter Wonderland. They keep FaceTiming me. It's driving me mad.
Or the players?
Yeah, to be fair, they FaceTime me about 20 minutes ago, and I'm thinking, what's the time? What's the time? I fell asleep. Oh, so luckily, I'm wide awake. You've been put in the corner, Bill, with you. Keep you out of the kitchen.
Kids have got the telly downstairs. I've been sent upstairs, mate.
Oh, dear.
Look at him laughing. Look at the old ginger ninja.
I love you. When you're drunk, I love you.
I'm not.
Look at, yes, you are. You are
I've
so
been
chirpy.
out for dinner and I've had a couple of nice Abbott Owls, and that's it.
That wasn't the lady who you got photographed with, was it?
Say that again. There was a photograph, man. You see the photograph.
No, don't worry.
It's my telly in the background. I better turn it down a little bit. Look, Strictly Come On, dancing.
Strictly Come. That's an all-new TV show, isn't it? Well, welcome to the Reposs Non-League Show, and we're here with Mark and Billy, and a very merry Mr. Housey. He's been out on the piss all day.
No, I've not been on the piss all day. I've been at a lovely Christmas
just most
party.
of the day.
Pardon?
Not all the day, just most of it.
Well, from 12:30 onwards, Bill, yeah. My Pilates Christmas party.
Go on then, Paul. You start off then, mate. 2-2.
2-2.
Should have won 7-2.
It was the injuries that done him. All right, go on.
I've got no chance here, I tell you. So, yeah, basically, first half, game of 2 halves, really. We started really well. Got 2 goals. Penalty that was a deserved penalty, and then Theo scored a good goal. Again, I'm not making excuses. You know, we didn't have no J. Rolfe yesterday. We didn't have no Dave Sower, so my whole back 4 changed. But I've got to say, second half team were far better side and probably deserved more out of the game. Young Max in goal was outstanding. He made saves that were unbelievable. And I've said it before on this show. I think that I honestly believe if that young man don't make it into the game as a professional, I'll be very surprised. But we was naive at times, very naive. We had opportunities to make it probably 3-0 before it became 2-1, 2-2. But like I say, it was naive. We let them come at us the second half, and I was disappointed with that. But fair play to the team. They had a game plan. They stuck to it, and they pushed us all the way. And like I say, I'm an honest guy, and they deserve more out of the game. And if it weren't for Max, they probably would have got more out of the game. So I think overall, game of 2 halves, the draw was probably fair. But, you know, I'm looking at teams around us and they're getting results. Again, that's 2 points, 2 home points dropped. And we need to be better if we want to be in them playoffs. Mark will agree with me. Like I say, that the teams around us are I think we was a little bit lucky that a couple of teams did drop points yesterday, but we need to be better. We need to win our home games, and I honestly thought that we might win that game before. But like, I know that team have changed. Sorry, not changed, but their form's become so much better. They've turned it around, you know, from when the early start of the season where they was losing. But you know, they're a good side. They're always a tough side. They've always been tough, like when we've played them. So I've got no complaints really. You know, I'll take the point because, you know, at the end of the day, if you're a neutral and if we were honest, Thames should probably have won the game in the end of the day. So, like I say, and I'll keep saying it, Max was outstanding, and I think for a 17-year-old goalkeeper, he's got every attribute, and I've said that before, that you need as a goalkeeper. I've been a goalkeeping coach for a long, long time, and I think that he's a lovely lad, and I really, really hope he makes it. And he kept us in the game for sure.
But not out of it though, and Paul. I mean, he's only a point outside the playoffs.
No,
they one more game, and
we're
Biggleswade took a bit of an hiding at the weekend as well, didn't he?
Yeah, listen, listen, we're halfway through the season. There's a lot of twists and turns, and listen, yeah, they took a hiding from Hartford, who are on fire. Fair play to Ben and his team. They seem to be smashing it. Our aim is to try and be one of those in the playoffs. I've got to add to the squad. I know that. It's you know, I can't keep having players. You know, like I say, Jay was away, can't help it, and David was away on a work call. So, but I need players that, you know, that can come in and improve that team. And at this precise moment, I'm working on that. As far as yesterday, yeah, there has been a couple of 7 days going. So we'll see, because for us to make the playoffs, we've got to be at our best. And games like that, Mark will tell you, you need to win them games. And Bill as well, you know that. You've got to win them. You know, you've got to win them games. And we never won that yesterday. And I think, you know, like I say, we were lucky to get away with it in the end. We're not out of it. No, we're not out of it. But, you know, we're looking up. I'm not saying that's a bad position. Of course it's not. But everyone around us need to know that, you know, we ain't going to give up a fight.
I mean, you've got London Lions at home next, and then what looks like it's going to be a really tricky away to Hartford.
Listen, Hartford, forget Hartford at the moment. Let's look at London Lions, because they seem to have changed their season. They had a great result against them all, a great result beating Hadley yesterday, and I'll go and watch them Wednesday. I'll throw a few burgers at Mark, but while he's on the touchline, but they seem to be turned their season around. So fair play to them. I don't think that's an easy game. I'll be honest with you. Mark must be thinking that. So, you know, that, you know, they've had a great result against Hemel. They had a good result yesterday. That it ain't going to be an easy game for him, or it ain't going to be an easy game for me.
Well, I mean, going forward, you say you're hoping to get a few more players in?
Listen, I'm working on that. I'm definitely working on that, because, you know, I only had 4 on the bench yesterday because of absentees, injuries. You know, I've still got a few out, you know, which is I think people forget that, you know, we've had quite a lot of injuries, and, you know, I try and work with what I've got, and I try to be loyal, and they try to be loyal. You know what it's like in football, but at the end of the day, it looks like I need to get a couple in, yeah.
And Mark, I mean, you've got London Lions coming up. I mean, Paul just said it looks like it's going to be a difficult game, but do you see it the same way?
Of course. I'd be naive not to say that. This division is difficult. I see on the weekend that they're third in the form guide, so they're flying. And they're full of confidence. So, yeah, pretty difficult game. I prefer to be playing on their pitch than ours, so I'm pleased it's away. But I'm going to go just as confident as they are. We're unbeaten in 8, and be a difficult game, like any game we play, you know.
And what about the weekend then?
Yeah, Barton Rovers. I mean, from the outside in, people would say it's a good draw. It probably is a good draw. They were sitting third. I know Paul's talking about home games you got to win. For me, home games, it's it. Whatever you get from it, our mentality is difficult. It's a difficult pitch to play on. It's really hard. Like it's as in soft. It's hard to play on as a player. The only positive I can say is that last year the game would have been off. So it's in a better nick than last year, but it's just so hard to play on. You don't know when you're in a bubble. You can't strike a ball properly. You're standing foot, so it's really hard for the players to get going. So I've got to praise them in terms of what they do. Juice. The game, yeah, I think overall, the first game, I will really say it's game 2 halves. The first half was quite fairly matched. It's a nothing game. We went in 1-0 up, so we had the 3 points in the back pocket. Nice work goal, deflected goal in the end, but a nice work goal. And when you got 3 points in your back pocket at half time, it's yours to throw away. And unfortunately, we sort of did, and Barton was on top the whole half. I mean, they had possession of the ball most of the half. They looked more dangerous at scoring. But when I say, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, Dave, our keeper Lamar, he in the last 2 games, Barton and Stopfold, he's made 1 save, but picked out the ball out of his net 3 times. So for me, you're looking at the goals conceded, but yet Lamar's had nothing to do. Against Barton, he didn't have to make a save, and that's not exaggerating, other than taking the ball out of the net twice. So I look at positives of that, the fact that we're defending well from the front, and we're making sure the keeper is not doing anything, which is great, but we're still conceding goals, and they're sloppy goals, like really, really sloppy goals. So that's something I've got to shore up again. Defensively, we've been quite sound all year, really sound, in fact. So yeah, I mean, this they went 2-1 up, and then again we showed a bit of character to come back at 2-2. I think overall, Dave, to be honest with you, they had better possession of the ball and looked more threatening. But in terms of chances, we at the crossbar, we missed 2 1-on-1s. So in terms of chances, you could argue we deserve to win, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think the draw is a very fair result. They're a difficult, strong, experienced team. They've definitely been in the playoffs this year, just because I think they got a mixture of experience and youth in there. I like them a lot, but I like us a lot, Dave. I'm really liking us. We're unbeaten 8. Stats wise, sounds great, but we have drawn 5 and won 3. So I'd rather lose 2 of those games and win the rest. You know what I mean? So it's still great. We teams can't beat us, or we are fighting the way not to lose, which is good. We're hard to beat, which is a positive. But we definitely need to turn some of these draws into wins. But listen, Dave, we are halfway through the season. There's so much, Paul said, there's so many twists and turns. I'm not worried one bit about. I'm not even looking at the playoffs. I'm taking game by game. But I think we have potential to be in there. But we definitely have to turn these draws into wins, mate. Sooner or later, they'll start. The gap will keep increasing. So it's a good point against Barton, but we got London Lions and Beaconsfield. 2 games before Christmas that we ideally need to get maximum points off to keep in there, keep on with it before the turn of the year.
We're talking about Christmas. Of course, the other 2 lads have been quite busy over Christmas. I mean, have you booked a couple of weeks off, have you? Or are you going away on holiday or something? Nice long break.
Not me, mate. Nah, I mean, it's unbelievable, yeah. I mean, we got a game on the 20th, and then we're not back in till the 3rd of January. We welcome Hartford to us. So it's the first time ever in my football career that I've had the Christmas and all this time off. So we'll be training over the Christmas period. We'll get a couple of sessions in. But yeah, I'm going to make the most of it, mate. I'll be honest with you, and just enjoy family, because I've missed out on so many things during football. So I'm going to make sure I enjoy it this year.
It's not like a club 2 weeks away that you booked and stuff like that,
I'm not like these Billy and Paul who go away during mid-season. You know what I mean? I'm a proper professional. I graft, I don't go to Mauritius or Seychelles or wherever big time places they go.
Indonesia, can I say thank you very much? And it was to see my son. Thank you, and my granddaughter.
You look really intelligent now. You look really intelligent now.
I've got my glasses on, ain't I?
Yeah, bang on, mate. I like it.
I've got a lot of things going on, like messages and you know what I mean? Popular guy, Plus, I can't see.
No, Dave, no holidays, mate.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? That everyone's like Boxing Day, no Boxing Day football this year. Everyone moans that there's Boxing Day, and how many people have said, "Why is there no football this Boxing Day?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mad.
Do you like it though? I mean, before we go to Billy, do you guys actually like the Boxing Day game?
Boxing Day is football. Boxing Day is football, man.
Boxing football. I'm like, when I was a family man, like all my kids are grown up now. Mark's a bit younger, and Bill's probably younger than me, but I think it was like
probably.
Probably. What do you mean probably? Yeah,
probably.
Sorry,
Get fucking glasses back on.
Sorry, Bill. You know what I mean, son. Come on, stop it. But you know what I mean. It's like Boxing Day. Amount of times I've had grief. Like Boxing Day, you're going to football. I remember when I was at Billericay. So time I left to go to Billericay, we'd play Hornchurch normally on a Boxing Day. The whole day and near enough night's gone. Time you get home, and you've got to try and, you know what I mean. And now all of a sudden, there's no games on a Boxing Day. It's mad, absolutely mad.
Unbelievable. But Bill, I mean yourself. I mean, yesterday a good win over a really good Bowers side, and I'll be honest, their 16 in the first half looked a bit, well, he looked mustard to say the least. I thought he was going to cause us all kinds of problems, but he must have said something in the change room at half time, because he didn't really get a sniff until the last couple of seconds of the game.
Yeah, he's a good player. When I watched him the other day, to be fair, someone highlighted him a few months back to go and get him on the strength of he's a player that would suit the way we play. So we knew he was their main threat. They got a new number 9 in, who was at Redbridge, who we know about. The other number 9 that they have got wasn't fit. So we kind of had to work around our training. We worked the training around the one that we thought was going to play, and then they brought a new one in. So yeah, it was a tricky game for us. It was a real hard game. They drop off. They kind of give us the possession of the football, and to try to make tempo out of a game where there ain't none. The only tempo was in the game is when they turn the ball over and put the ball behind us, or give it to the 16 to run in behind us. So it was really flat. It felt like the front four wasn't at it. They weren't at their best. So it's a real struggle first half. We got a lucky goal, and then we give a goal straight back to them. So it's a kind of nothing half. We wasn't good. We wasn't terrible. Half time, we had words on how we're going to correct this, what we're going to do to make it better. Then I felt by about the 50, 60th minute, we brought a little bit more pace on the pitch, and we kind of stepped it up a gear. And as soon as we stepped it up a gear, I didn't feel they could live with us, if I'm honest.
Well, talking about pace, I think that's probably a little bit of an understatement, because we were sitting there, and I think it was Amit that put the ball down the right-hand side, about 10 yards in front of the defender, 10 yards, about 15 yards in front of Prince. And one of the guys who was sitting next to me went, oh, just like, and all of a sudden he stuck the afterburners on, and he went past the bloke as if the bloke was running in mud. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like it.
The fullback was quite quick as well, to be fair to him. He kind of coped with the other winger we had pace-wise. Yeah, it's nice to have Prince back. It's nice to have that option of that pace. We haven't had it all season. Ellis has got pace, and that's why we brought him in. Before that, we've had to rely on playing in front of teams instead of playing behind teams. So it gives us that option of getting that ball and turning it around the corner very quickly when you have players who play on the shoulder. So I think when we had that, then we brought Nick into the midfield, and Nick could close down and shut down and turn over play very well and push away from players. All of a sudden, we was doing what they done to us first half, and we kind of capitalised on it. We should have had 4 or 5 second half. We didn't. We got the other 2, and the young 16 scored a really good goal at the end.
I mean, the shot that he scored the goal with, Prince, I think if the net weren't there, I think it'd still be travelling now.
Yeah, struck it well. It actually surprised me. I didn't think he would be up to the pace that he is. He's been out for around about 3 months, and we was in training. Then he come and played the Grays game, and then I had a conversation at the Grays game and said to him, "Look, mate, you're too big. You're too this. You're too that. I'm going to have to give you another week away." just to train and work on getting some weight off you before I bring you back into the squad. He said whatever's best for the team, I'll do. He's a real team player like that, and then he got his opportunity the other night and took it. So now he's giving me a headache that he has to be in the squad.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the lift in the crowd, everything. The minute his number came up and he came on the pitch, everything just seemed to lift the minute they knew he's back. Even the guy doing the tannoy, do you know what I mean? You could just tell all of a sudden it was like, it was almost like Messi turning back up on the pitch.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. We looked there yesterday. We've still got 5 players out, so it's like introducing them back and going on the run of form that we're going on at the minute. If we can keep on doing it and keep slowly getting them boys back into the squad, we're going to have a very, very strong squad coming into the new year.
I mean, you got Stanway up next.
Yes, very difficult game.
They had a good win yesterday as well.
Yes, I believe they're second in the form guide at the minute. I can see why as well. They're very ratty. They cover ground very well. They play off the second balls great, and they're decent at set pieces, and they defend the box quite well. So I can see why they're gathering pace and moving up the table.
Yeah, Abbey top 6 out of 6, and then Stanway 14 underneath.
Yeah.
I mean, and then after that, I mean, you haven't got Christmas off like Mark. I mean, you've got what's that, Walthamstow then at home?
No, we've got Whittam away at the 20th.
Whittam, yeah, and then Walthamstow. Yeah.
Walthamstow at home on the 27th. It's really hard. It's a real tough. Like even Bowers, we've gone into a fixture load of really tough games, and the conversation with the boys is this is our target. If we finish the year with this amount of points, we'll be in a really good position going into January, and that's what we kind of wanted. We set a target at the start of the season to get to January. We're close to that target, and then it's kind of accelerating and pushing on. And the good thing I have is I don't need to go and get no one. I have a squad. When the injured boys are back, we're very positioned kind of field.
I mean, one of the players of the season so far for me has been Declan Riley. So not available for the weekend, or has he got an injury?
He was suspended.
Oh, right, okay.
So we had no Deck, no Nate, no Cal, no Lukey, no Baker. Baker was over there yesterday, coming back from his operation. And then we've got a couple of boys on, I think we've got 3 boys on loan. So you have a look at the depth of the squad, it's ridiculous. It's very hard to keep fit. But when they all come back in, then I will have the headache. But the names that I'm reeling off are very, very good players that ain't even in the squad at the minute.
See, Mark, that's a man with a budget, mate. That's. I'll sign them all, Bill. I'll sign them all.
No, you've mentioned the players you're covering for. I can't afford them. I don't know what budget you're.
Yeah. Honestly, he's got 30 players in his squad. They all get paid, Mark. Honestly,
You've got 27.
He's in there.
Yeah.
Been kicked out and all that.
Only the 16 get paid. They're really understanding, the boys, and I do open up and have conversations with them and tell them the situation we're in. That I feel like everyone's buying into it. I feel like everyone knows how good of a team and how good of a squad we are. If we can keep that together, then we can really push this season.
Does that mean you don't give them none of your money, Bill? You're 600 a week.
No, they don't get none of that.
No, don't blame you. Same as me, mate. Same as me. And a week.
One question someone's asked me to ask you, Bill, is the lad from Barnet. I mean, would a club be going back in to try and get him back in January? Even though with the amount of players you have got, will you be looking to try and get him back in?
It would have been brilliant to bring him back in, and yes, I would have gone for him. We can't. The rule we spoke to, I think it's the EFL and somebody else, and because we didn't renew the loan or we missed the deadline, that even in January we can't go back in for him. I know 2 other teams in my league have gone in for him, and he's going to go to one of them.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's actually a killer, to be fair, because he's a very very.
He was very, very good, to say the least. Yeah. Yeah. Even Deck playing off each other was superb. But I mean, going into the new year, then I mean, you guys sort of looking for, a good start in the new year? I mean, just trying to get points on the board as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, we've got a lot of games in January. We've got one rearranged that's going to be in January now as well. So the target is Tuesday. We're at home? Can we get a win? Can we get 3 points? Can we stop Stanway getting closer to us? And then obviously we travel to Whittam. Everyone knows it's a very difficult place to go to. They beat Felixstowe last week there. So everyone knows what kind of team they are, what kind of conditions you're playing on, what kind of pitch there is. And then we welcome Walthamstow. So it's Tuesday first. I've been doing a lot of studying on Stanway. And then we have to kind of utilise the squad as well, because we need different players for different teams, different pitches, different circumstances, really. So concentrate on Tuesday, try to pick another win up. If we pick another win up, I feel we're gain. If we get two wins and a draw out of the next 3 games, I think we're gain on the other teams in front of us.
Is Deck's suspension finished for Tuesday?
Yes, yes, he should be back in the squad.
But Mark, Paul, I mean, you looking to bring? I know, Paul's getting he's getting his wallet open yet again to bring in players. But Mark, I mean,
big players, not just players, big players.
They're very big players.
Yeah.
He's signing well. He's signing well.
Wait and see. I'll let you know. Watch this space. But obviously, I've got to sign. I'm looking at new players. Yeah, of course I am. And then if I want to make the playoffs, that's what I've got to do. So what I will do is I'll let you know. If I turn it around, I like to give them that. If they sign on, they get like that. Can you see that?
No, I can't see that. You've blacked your phone out.
Oh, I ain't blacked my phone out, have I?
Yeah,
right, Bill. Yeah, very funny.
Too many sherbets, that's what it is.
Put them glasses back on, Bill.
Listen,
Paul.
Every one of us are going to be looking to get players in, so it is what it is. So I'm trying to get new players in, and of course I've got to. So, just going by what I had on the bench yesterday, 4 on the bench. So I need to strengthen the side.
Yeah, well, listen, we'll be back next week. And a massive thank you to the boys. We'll be back next week for our last show before Christmas. And then we'll see them after Christmas as well. But tomorrow night, of course, on the Reposs non-league show, we have got Mr. Craig Edwards going to be joining us, of course, from Barking, and Liam Davis as well, of course, Kingstonian fan, and also, of course, has his own radio show, and he's going to come on and join us tomorrow night as well. And hopefully the guys from Merthyr will be back as well to come and have a chat with us as well to see how things are going there, and to find out if Ricardo Rees won Welsh Sports Personality of the Year yesterday. I've not seen anything yet, but we'll see if he won that yesterday as well. But from me, from Mark, from Paul, who's probably out on his feet by now, he's gone all black, and Billy.
I don't know why I've gone all black.
We'll see you next week.